your business, please don't get involved. I got money on my mind, tryna let it go. I just splashed on my cash like I got loads. I'ma bounce right back, ain't a lot, bro. If it ain't your business, please don't get involved.
So did you think him performing Not Like Us was a diss to Drake?
Yeah, it's like, what? This is our country. Drake is a Canadian. They not like us, and that's true. So if he didn't like it, stay your ass over there in Canada. Now, he's welcome here, but if he don't like that, stay over in Canada, man.
Grammy-winning artist. I mean, he is, to me, a generational type of artist where his writing skills are just unbelievable. Tupac Shakur's writing skills when it came to that, was unbelievable. I mean, you always get these, one-offs where you get a rapper or you get a singer who comes along and they're just a complete artist from start to finish. So Lamar performed a song called Not Like Us, and that song was kind of driven from, some beef with Drake. And Drake is a rapper from Canada. Aubrey Graham, his real name is Aubrey Graham, and he goes by Drake. Very talented artist as well. I mean, the guy just broke all barriers, when he came onto the scene, and he was able to, parlay himself up until the point that he is now. And it seems as though him and Kendrick Lamar has this ongoing, this rift between these two guys. Both of these guys are super successful. Both of these guys can do a lot for society rather than trying to tear down each other, in my opinion. So I posed a comment to you that was Not Like Us during the halftime. Was that a diss to Drake? And you specifically said that it didn't matter because it was something that he wanted Drake to understand, that Drake is not like us. Drake is Canadian, and Canada is just like America. It's in the North American hemisphere. They speak English up there. So I just, you cross the border, you really don't know you left America. In a lot of cases, it's just a lot more open space up there. They don't have as bigger cities in terms of as many cities as we have down here. So can you elaborate a little bit on why you responded to that song being Not Like Us? What makes Drake different because he's Canadian than an American rapper, an American artist? Can you elaborate on that a little bit for me?
Well, many folks don't know the background of Drake. Drake is a kind of guy who actually, he didn't come out the slums, man. He had pretty much a beautiful childhood and upbringing. Now, folks don't know that his dad was in a band. His dad was in a band that was very successful.
Dennis Graham.
Of course, and he's the brother of Larry Graham, who used to say, "Love play this game don't mean so long.
One in a million you.
I never find anyone." Yeah, that was his uncle. So that shows you the fact that the guy wasn't brought up terrible. He didn't have to face adversity in terms of not his parents and have to, the means to pay their rent and he had these issues where he had bad schooling and hear gunfire every night because he was living in the hood. He didn't grow up like that. He grew up in a beautiful, modest neighborhood, great parents. We came over here, catapulted his talent with a lot of the celebrities that was balling, straight up balling, and he collaborated with the likes of Rick Ross and so many, Lil Wayne, all of these guys who was balling and who was doing it, who had successful careers in the music industry. And now it appears that he have issues with the ones who helped them, and this is ugly, man. And he's beefing with Rick Ross. Rick Ross go over there into his country and got in the brawl with some of his folks over there. And it's just going to turn severe. And I think it's on its way, because once you got so many people that's involved now, not just like rap against rapper, now is country and the fact that our country is going through a little issues with them politically, and it's going to be where somebody going to get their butt tagged. And I said tagged because it's grown that far and it's viral. And just look on his face doing, the Super Bowl movement when they had the show going on and they had pictures of him showing that he was disapproving of the show and how it was targeted at him. It's going to be ugly, man. And I think somebody going to fool right around there and get hurt. They need to mend fences some kind of way, because the only thing can happen if they don't is it get worse. Because if he got some nuts, he going to go back at him. He got a show where he had, I don't know whether it was real or not, but he walked on stage where it appeared to have bullet holes all through his clothes with smoke coming out of it. And then it was his way of answering to this thing. So I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but maybe you could pull it up. But it just looks stupid, for him to carry on like that. And of course, they befriended some of the guys who helped him, and he don't want to follow them no more. It's all of this adolescence type of ordeal going back and forth between these guys who's rich and popular, and they just can't get it right. If it's a game, the game needs to stop now, because it's just going to get to the point where somebody going to get hurt. Because when they beat Rick Ross up over there, he tried to fake like he didn't get hit, but some one of them guys tagged it, and this it kicked it off.
You've reached the end of another episode of the DC Stewart Sports Talk podcast. Be sure to connect with us at Facebook and Twitter.com. Your voice is important, so head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Catch our next episode.